to another Shadow Ball here. And I'm barely able to get to a Shadow Ball, and this is going to do enough neutral damage to take out the Talon. Shiftry completely walls this backline, right? Because everything Meowstic and Greninja has is resisted by Shiftry because of the Grass Dark type. Going to do massive neutral damage, and yeah, pretty much just one-shot the Politoed there. So what's up everybody, welcome back. So we're going to continue to experiment with Incinerate Talonflame in multiple team comps in the Great League, and for this particular team comp I'm going to be running a Triple Kalos Team consisting of Talonflame, Meowstic and Greninja. Now this is a pretty interesting spicy team comp, probably not the most ideal team comp because both Talonflame and Greninja are extremely glassy. But overall, this team has pretty decent coverage against majority of the meta. And Azumarill can be a little bit of an issue, but which is why you have Energy Ball on Meowstic, right? To be able to hit for super effective against Azumarill and other water types. So overall, this team worked pretty decently for me. So let's just get straight into these battles here. So moving on to the first battle, I have Talonflame into a Scrafty right here. Pretty positive lead actually, because the backline of this team really struggles against Scrafty, right? But they actually make a switch in their Probopass. Immediately going to switch into my Greninja here. Honestly, I was slightly slow to switch, and now Greninja is extremely glassy, so I'm going to have to shield everything, right? Because Rock Slide will do a lot of damage here. And I'm going to build up a lot of extra energy right now. And then I'm actually going to bait with Night Slash because I'm expecting them to shield, because they're probably expecting a Surf. A Surf is obviously going to be super effective because of the rock typing, and they shield the Night Slash, which is fantastic. And I'm going to shield this up as well. And I'm really hoping at this point that I can get to 2 Night Slashes before they can get to another Rock Slide, right? So I'm going to overfarm quite a bit here. And yeah, I'm just going to build up to 2 Night Slashes, almost build up to 2 Night Slashes, and probably go for the first one right now. And let's see if this gets the shield from the Probopass. It does get the shield, and I'm trying to build up to another one. Unfortunately, that ends up being a CMP tie there, so they end up getting off a Rock Slide, which is unfortunate because at this point we lose switch advantage, which is not great because I really wanted to line up my Talonflame against their Scrafty. So I'm just going to come in with my Meowstic here, and then I'm going to try and completely confusion down this Probopass. The thing about Meowstic is it's actually surprisingly a little bit tanky. It's definitely not as glassy as a Talonflame or a Greninja, so you can tank some of those moves. Magnet Bomb does quite a bit of damage there. They come in with their Scrafty, which is absolutely perfect. I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird right now. I'm not going to overfarm. I don't want them to get off a foul play. This is going to do massive super effective damage, and just one-shot the Scrafty there. And then they come back with their Probopass, and we're just going to try and farm it down with Incinerate. Unfortunately, they're able to get off a charge move, so this is going to be a Rock Slide, which is, I mean, Talonflame is double weak to Rock because of the Fire Flying typing. So I'm going to come back with my Meowstic here, and then I'm going to try and confusion down, and I'm really hoping that whatever is in the back, Meowstic can handle. They have their own Talonflame in the back, but we're almost at 2 Shadow Balls right now, so I'm going to go for the first one here. This is going to do massive neutral damage against Talonflame, and really hoping I can get to another Shadow Ball here. And I'm barely able to get to a Shadow Ball, and this is going to do enough neutral damage to take out the Talonflame there. So extremely close. They were probably like 1 Incinerate away from a Flame Charge, or they're probably at their 3rd Incinerate, or they overtapped. I'm not sure what happened there, but they were very close to a charge move right now. So yeah, it was extremely close, but luckily we were able to pull it off there. But again, like I said, this team is not the most perfect team comp. There are situations where the below average bulk can sometimes cost a few matches. So let's move into the second battle here. We have Talonflame into a Wigglytuff. Positive lead this because you definitely want to catch Charmers in the lead, because Greninja definitely does not want to go up against any Charmers. So I'm going to overfarm quite a bit. I'm expecting them to switch out, but they are still staying in, which is fine. I'm going to build up to 2 Flame Charges here and go for the first one right now. It's going to do quite a bit of neutral damage if it goes unshielded, and they do let that go through, which is surprising. So at this point, I'm just going to try and completely farm it down here. I'm going to shield this up. It's okay. Even if we lose shield advantage, I mean, I'd rather take switch advantage and energy advantage on Talonflame at this point. So we're almost at 2 Flame Charges right now, which is absolutely perfect. They come in with their Galvantula. So we have 2 back-to-back Flame Charges, right? So I'm going to go for the first one here. Now this is obviously boosted as well. So it's good. Yeah, it does get the shield, which is fantastic. I'm going to go for another one right now. Let's see if this gets the shield as well from Galvantula. Probably will get the second shield here, as it does there, which is fantastic. But the unfortunate thing is that the backline really struggles against Galvantula as well, right? Because both Meowstic and Greninja are weak against bug types because of the Psychic typing on Meowstic, of course, and the Dark typing on Greninja. So Lunge does so much damage there. The reason I didn't shield is I really wanted to preserve a shield for Greninja, because Greninja is pretty much useless when shields are down. Luckily they decided to throw, which is fantastic. I'm going to let the Meowstic go down, and I'm going to try and get to this Night Slash as soon as possible, but we're taking so much damage from Volt Switch right now. This is the unfortunate thing about using Greninja. I absolutely love it, but yes, situations like these is where it makes it very difficult, right? Because like 3 Volt Switches did about 60% of its health, and they have a Skarmory in the back, and this is GG's at this point. My only win condition here is to go for a Night Slash, hopefully get a boost and then go for a Surf. But yeah, it's just we're taking so much damage from Air Slash, and yeah, they basically fast move farmers down there. So we basically go down with the shield, and that's the one unfortunate thing, is that sometimes even if you preserve a shield for Greninja towards endgame, you might not end up getting a chance to use it because of how glassy Greninja is. It's going to go down to quick moves in a lot of situations there. So anyways, moving into the third battle here, we have Talonflame into a Ferrothorn. This is absolutely beautiful. You can't ask for anything better right now. They make a switch into their Altaria. Now this team doesn't really have a hard counter for an Altaria, so I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird, and then I'm going to switch because I want to get off this damage, and it just does so much damage against Altaria. So at this point, I'm going to come in with my Greninja here. The reason I come in with Greninja is because I wanted to avoid the matchup against the Ferrothorn. So I'm going to go for the Night Slash right away here. And let's see if this gets the shield. Does get the shield from the Altaria. So I'm going to try and completely bubble down at this point. I'm probably going to have to shield once. But I really want to maintain switch advantage so that I can align my Talonflame against their Ferrothorn, right? So I'm hoping I can bubble down here. Unfortunately, they're able to get to a second charge move. So this is not great because, I mean, I would have liked to at least preserve one shield for endgame, because if Ferrothorn has access to Thunder, then Talonflame could be in trouble, right? They do come back with Ferrothorn, which is fine. I'm really trying to get off two Night Slashes here. And I'm going to go for the first one right now. Does decent amount of damage. But again, we just go down to Bullet Seed there, which is okay. And at this point, I'm obviously going to come in with my Talonflame. I'm really hoping they're not running Thunder, but they make a switch in their Galarian Stunfisk. So at this point, I'm actually going to go straight for the Flame Charge right now. And immediately going to obviously switch into my Meowstic because I don't want to stay in this matchup. And yeah, I'd rather catch a Rock Slide on the Meowstic here. So I'm going to go switch into my Meowstic and try and Confusion down this Galarian Stunfisk. This is probably going to be an Earthquake. Let's see what they decide to do here. But they end up going for Rock Slide, which is fantastic. Doesn't really do that much damage. And we're able to Confusion down as well. Ferrothorn does come back in. I'm just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball here, right? Putting massive shield pressure on this Ferrothorn because I really want to be able to land a Flame Charge on it as well. Luckily, we get a shield, which is fantastic, and they're going to go for a charge move right now. And it's probably going to be a Power Whip, which is going to do enough neutral damage to take out the Meowstic. And now it's just a race to the charge move. I'm really hoping I can get to a Flame Charge. Unfortunately, they overfarm quite a bit. I'm really hoping this is not Thunder, right? If it's Thunder, we're going to lose it. But fortunately, it's just Mirror Shot. And they're running Mirror Shot and Power Whip, in which case Ferrothorn can do nothing against Talonflame. So I'm going to be able to get to a Flame Charge here, and that's going to take out the Ferrothorn there. So, yeah, I mean, kind of got lucky there. I mean, a lot of Ferrothorns do run Thunder. I mean, this is one of those specific situations why you do want to run Thunder, especially for the matchups against Skarmory, Charizard, Talonflame, etc. because you're going to get completely walled by flyers. I mean, some of the steel types and also some of the fire types as well, right? Especially with the Mirror Shot, Power Whip moveset. Even Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon is probably slightly better because it does a little more damage, but I definitely prefer Thunder on Ferrothorn there. So anyways, moving into the fourth battle here, we are 2-1 in this set right now. So we have Talonflame into a Skarmory. Very positive lead this. Exactly what you want to see on the lead. And we're doing so much damage with these Incinerates. They are still staying in. So I'm just going to go for the Flame Charge right away here. It's going to do massive super effective damage against Skarmory. And yeah, it doesn't quite take it out. Unfortunately, I don't get the Excellent there. There was a bit of screen lag, but it's okay. I'm going to shield this up. And I'm going to try and completely farm down the Skarmory here. We could have survived the Sky Attack. Probably could have let that go through as well. But I wanted to preserve the health on it a little bit more. And they have a Jellicent at the back. So I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird right now. This is absolutely okay because Greninja is a complete wall to Jellicent, right? Because everything Jellicent has is resisted by Greninja because of the water dark typing. And I'm going to let this go through as well. I'm not going to shield this because I really want... I mean, Greninja can basically go up against Jellicent down a shield as well. Or even on even shields, it doesn't really matter. But they make a switch in their Shiftry, and this is where it gets really tricky, right? I mean, Shiftry does really well against this backline. I mean, Shiftry completely walls this backline, right? Because everything Meowstic and Greninja has is resisted by Shiftry because of the grass dark typing. And there's nothing I can do right now. Confusions are double resisted. I'm not even able to get off a charge move. I'm going to let this go through. I'm basically going to save the shield for Greninja. But it's definitely an uphill battle from here on. I'm going to go for the Night Slash here. Night Slash is obviously resisted because of the dark typing. But my only win condition is to somehow get a boost. But yeah, we don't get a boost, and this is pretty much GG's at this point because Shiftry with Snarl is going to be able to generate energy very quickly. And I'm going to shield this up, and it is going to be a Leaf Blade, and I'm going to try and build up to another Night Slash here. I'm going to go for the Night Slash right now, and I'm really hoping they let this go through, but they're probably going to shield this because why not, right? They're probably very close to a Leaf Blade here. And yeah, they're very close to Leaf Blade right now, and Leaf Blade is going to do massive super effective damage and pretty much one-shot the Greninja here. So Shiftry is, honestly, I didn't think about Shiftry when I built this team. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind, but now come to think of it, it completely walls my backline there. So I think probably I need to change the strategy a little bit, probably preserve the Talonflame just in case they have like something like Shiftry in the back. just to make sure that I don't get completely walled towards endgame there. So anyways, moving on to the final battle, we are 2-2 in the set right now. We have Talonflame into an Alolan Ninetales here. A very positive lead. I mean, I was actually pretty fortunate to win the leads in the set, but even if you win leads, this team is not the easiest to use, right? So I'm going to let this one go through here. They are still staying in, which is fantastic. And they actually make a switch into their Unova Stunfisk. I'm going to come in with my Meowstic here and basically soak up the charge move. Actually, Unova Stunfisk does really well against both Talonflame and Greninja, so it's a good thing that I've locked it in against Meowstic. Meowstic does pretty decently against it because we have access to Energy Ball, which is going to be super effective against Stunfisk because of the ground typing. And we let the discharge go through. I'm really hoping I can get to an Energy Ball before they can get to another move. And luckily, I'm able to get to an Energy Ball just in time here. Let's see if this gets the shield from the Stunfisk. They would probably want to shield this because they would probably want to maintain switch advantage. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to let this go through. It's okay. I'm okay losing switch advantage at this point because I can just come in with my Greninja and do a lot of damage with Bubble, right? Bubble is obviously going to be super effective against Stunfisk because of the ground typing. And I was trying to get to a Night Slash here. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it in time. So I'm forced to shield this because Discharge would do a lot of super effective damage. So I'm going to overfarm quite a bit. Going to build up to 2 Night Slashes and then go for this one here. I probably could have farmed it down, but I didn't want to risk it because, yeah, they were very close to a charge move right there. So they come back with their Alolan Ninetales. This is absolutely fine. Alolan Ninetales with Powder Snow isn't as much of a threat to Greninja unless they're running Dazzling Gleam, which most Alolan Ninetales are not. I mean, the typical moveset is Psyshock, Weather Ball, but I'm going to be able to get to a Night Slash here. This is going to do enough resisted damage to take out the Alolan Ninetales, but they actually shield that, which is fine. And I'm going to try and bubble down here, and they're not even able to. They're probably trying to build up to a Dazzling Gleam, but it's okay. They have a Politoed in the back, so I'm just going to go for the Night Slash. Now, this is slightly tricky because we have a Talonflame in the back. But the good thing is we have energy on Talonflame and also we have a shield, right? So I'm going to come in with my Talonflame. Unfortunately, we switch on the charge move, but luckily we have a shield. I'm going to shield this up and then we have a Brave Bird ready to go. So immediately going to go for the Brave Bird here, and Brave Bird is going to do massive neutral damage and yeah, pretty much just one-shot the Politoed there. So again, Talonflame with an energy advantage can pretty much deal with most things except for if they have something like a Bastiodon in the back, it can be very difficult to deal with. But overall, as you can see, this team is pretty decent. Not the best team out there because, like I said, below average bulk on both Greninja and Talonflame can make it sometimes difficult, even if you win the lead. But it can pull some clutch wins from time to time there. So anyways, there are other Kalos teams that you can try out. I mean, obviously, Chestnut is something that's definitely worth the gamble as well. But I didn't want to try out both Chestnut and Greninja in the same team because this team would be super weak to charm. But overall, it was a lot of fun there. So anyways, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.